hello everyone out there. If you're watching, you're not driving, going away for the long weekend. I'm Cheryl Elgie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia. I've had this Wild and Sweet set for quite a while and I just loved it because of the koala. So that's what we're using, and actually the inspiration for today's video came when I was putting away all of my 6x6 sheets of cardstock from last week. I was putting them away and came across my lovely layers vellum that I had not even pulled out. You get these things and you forget about them. So I know at least one lady has purchased these. I know Rhonda's got them. I think Jude bought them. And they're a little bit tricky to use. So just thought I'd show you what I had done with them. So I'm going to use our beautiful koala, and there'll be no fun. I've already pre-fussy cut because I think there's nothing more boring than watching someone fussy cut live. So didn't want you to have to go through that. So you can see he's nice and dirty. And I left him that way because I had to go. I'll just show you how he stamps. I had to do a few times because it just wasn't dark enough, and that's the beauty of the Stamparatus. So I'll just show you how to do that. But I have actually fussy cut him out. Now, can everyone see? Hi Anne, how are you? Lovely to have you join on this Friday before the long weekend. I expect a lot of people are going away for the weekend. Expect the roads are pretty busy, so if you are heading off, take it easy on the roads and be safe. Wondering what this pink thing is. It's not supplied by Stampin' Up, but it's a friend of a Stampin' Up lady. I just Jan someone. If you Google bits and bobs, you'll be able to. She's got a lot of each yarn. She's got a lot of things online. That's actually not too bad. Can you see that? But I did, probably because I've been stamping and stamping and stamping, I've done a few. I might only need to go 2. I think the other ones I did 3 or 4. But that's what happens if you have used the stamp and it's nice and inky. It saves you having to do as many coats. And I could have used stays on. But I wasn't sure whether I wanted to add some colour to it or not. And placing it on my other sample card that I did, I don't think I'm going to add any colour with this one. I'm just going to leave him black and white. So that's him nicely stamped up. Big block. I think I'm going to need the Stamp-A-Majig again. Stamparatus, not the Stamp-A-Majig. That was the old one, wasn't it? Just pop that over there, I think, because I haven't actually. How can I explain? I have created a card, sort of the same, but I received an order yesterday that I wanted to use some new stuff. So not on this one, but on the other one that I wanted to do. So all will be revealed shortly. So this is the lovely layers vellum. I don't think I took it out of the packet to show you. So you get, yeah, that was remiss of me. So you get some sheets, like I can't remember how many. I've used several. Must be quite a few that you get. I've only got, I'll show you the ones I've done later. So I've got 3 left of those after I've used, no I haven't, because I'm using one, I think. I don't think I misplaced it. You get, I haven't done anything with these ones with the dots on them. Thought that's pretty basic, you use them for anything. I've used these circly things, circles, or not really lopsided circles, I guess. And you get this one. I'm down to my second last of this one. That's why I'm hoping what I've worked out is going to work, because I've just got one. I think I've only got one left. Yeah, I think I have. And then you get several layers of just normal vellum, just like the vellum that you buy in the big pack, except you don't have enough for a card front. But often you don't need enough for a card front. You just want to cut something out of it. So I did have a bit of a practice with what I want to do next, cutting it out of the vellum and popping it on top, and I think it's going to work. Anyway, we'll have to go to plan B if it doesn't. If I hate it, we'll be doing another. Oops, I have got 2 or 3 of them left. Waffling now, aren't I? Now, let me try and work out how. So this is Evening Evergreen, and my leaves I've stamped and fussy cut. So they are from, there's no dye with this. I love these leaves as well. So I've stamped them in Evening Evergreen, and I've gone ahead and fussy cut them. If you don't know what fussy cutting is, it's obviously cutting them out with scissors. So I don't think anyone needs to see me stamp those. I just stamp as you normally do. Actually, I really love this leaf here, but I just thought that the bigger leaf would, I know it's not a gum leaf, but I think it looks a bit like a gum leaf. Oh, I was going to show you all of my, probably I was a bit late, because I was thinking what maybe I would not cut him out. Maybe I would just, because this is mint, this is going to feature in my next, some of the cards I'm going to show you as well. So if you're wondering where that's from, it's pretty sure it's a hostess pack in the annual catalogue, and it's called Designer Daydream. So it's got this nice green, which for the vellum, I found a lot of the sheets, and a lot of my ladies that got the paper shares, just for interest's sake, a lot of the sheets in this go really well underneath this vellum. You need something fairly light, and they fit the bill really well. So if you guys have got some of that, and you've got some of the vellum, there's an idea for you. It's quite nice paper, and you can see that I haven't hardly used any of it. But I have used it for a lot of these cards, so yeah. So let's just show you. Back to this. I think I want with my eyes I find it hard to know which is the wrong side and which is the right side. It doesn't make a lot of difference. I'll just go through, then I decided this was the best. So this is mint macaroon. So first I did a mint macaroon one. I thought, don't know about that. I am going to place the leaves somehow there. And then we had that's the one wasn't going to work. I don't know what I did there. I've got a line there, so I don't know what that was. But I did another one. That's smoky slate, and that's a better one. So that would be okay. But I'll go through them and I'll show you why I chose to do what I'm doing. Didn't like that. That's Sahara. Yeah, Sahara sand, yes, and this is crumb cake. Yeah, I didn't like that either. So I stamped this one and fussy cut him, and I thought, yep, that's what I like. And I'm not going to, made an executive decision, I'm not going to add any colour to the tree or the leaves. I'm just going to somehow or other put those. I was going to look for a bit of Evening Evergreen twine. I believe we did have some, but it's not current. So black will do, I reckon. So next is, I'm going to put these back away, and then I'm going to, I will emboss this, and if I get it straight, we'll use that. If not, backup plan is this. And I was going to put some black, where is it, twine there, but I don't know whether, maybe this might be better. Yeah, maybe the grey might be better, because it might be too much black, do you think? Well, when we get to that, we'll test them both out, okay? So next I wanted to show you how I adhered my vellum. I've seen lots of people still just sticking it under where the elements are, but I don't know, I make cards and then I go back to them, you know, a little bit later, and I think, oh, they're flapping around in the breeze. I just like them a bit more secure. So this is the sticky sheets that we used to have. Then they, Stampin' Up! Stopped them a couple of years ago, and then they brought them back, but they're not the ones that you get now. I've still got some of these that I'm using up. The ones that you get now, they're plain on the back and the front, and I have got a pack, but I haven't started using them because I want to use up these ones first. So just in case you're confused about that. So this is all I did, and I got this tip from Susan Campfield. I followed one of her tutorials online. I made one of her cards, and she'd used this to adhere it, and you can't see it. So I thought, well, why not? It's pretty easy to do, so why not do it? Why have the vellum, you know, just stuck down where the sentiment is or whatever? That really bothers me, so it may not bother you. So just in case it does bother you, I usually go 1 centimetre, and it's moving on me now because it's only a little short bit. Oh, come on. I should stick it down like I have been doing. There we go. I might cut my strips from my other card while I'm at it. Save coming back to the trimmer. So I wanted one. That's enough for one. I'll just use 2 of those and cut them in half. So it doesn't have to be all the way around, but I just want it a bit more secure than it otherwise is. So I've got that little piece left. I've got another whole sheet of those. And then I think that's it. And then I just went in half, roughly. Like this, what is it? Can't see there. Where's my edge? That's what I know. It's, now I can't see there. It's about 12 and a bit. So if we go 6 and a bit, I'll go this end because that's got the bit that you pull off there. 6 and a bit. It doesn't really matter how thick you have these or whatever, just whatever you prefer. It's gone on an angle because I went too quick. 1, 2, 3, 4 for one. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the other one. 6. There we go. Any questions, anyone? Hi Myrtle, how are you? Now I might adhere that down first. With my seal. I'll put that because I can't see the edges of my cardstock with it on the silicone mat. They're both dark. There we go. Now I want those leaves up there so they're showing, because when I put my koala on there, they won't show as much if they're down in the bottom corner. Now get off my finger. This is the worst part of this stuff. Sticks to your fingers. Makes you a little bit sticky. Not as sticky as wet glue though. Get off. These little bits are the worst. Get off me. These two that haven't got the little bits, because I cut them in half, and they're not that hard to just give it a push. It's hard to get the backings off. Oh, I hate being sticky. I don't think I've cut enough of them. Oh yeah, I have. Must be a couple there. This one's gone AWOL. I can easily cut another one. Oh, there's no. So there's one there, but no. Come on. I told everyone you're easy to get off. I'm going to stick to my finger. And you might want to give them a burnish with your bone folder. Fingers a rub. Get the sticky off. And it's just a matter of pulling the backings off this. And place my nice leaf up where I want it. Stand up so I get it straight, hopefully, in the centre. It's not the size of a card front, but I just didn't let that bother me. Okay. Now, wait and look at my other one that I did. Had the leaves underneath there. Let's just shush up the leaves a bit. Oh, I nearly broke it. I want to break it after all that industrious fussy cutting. Well, I had a cuppa before. I don't mind fussy cutting. I find it quite relaxing. Grab a cuppa and go for it. And we can do happy birthday, but I better be a good girl and stamp that for you. Hopefully. Like I said, if I mess it up, we'll go with the one I've already done. And this is actually I used too narrow for the die that I used for this. I think it will be. So we're just going to cut it on an angle if it is. Now, what am I looking for? My little dustery thing. Embossing buddy. Let's just use this one. It's pretty flat. And this happy birthday I love because it's photopolymer and I don't have to worry about getting it straight. Although in saying that, on when you're using Versamark, it is a little tricky, but that comes from the art gallery set, okay? In case anyone's wondering. So we'll see how we go at getting it straight. You place it straight on your paper, you give yourself half a chance. I don't think that's too bad, actually. Going to be a bit close to my fingers though. Watch out I don't burn myself, won't I? I'd actually grab my tweezers. Hold your ears. There it goes. Well, you probably can't see that, but I needed to see it. There we go. It's a bit hard to let you see as well as me see it, but most of you that watch me anyway have done heat embossing before. It is magic, isn't it? So that worked. So now we might get our trusty snips. I don't mind not sure if I need the embossing buddy again. Paper snips here. So I always get confused which way these go. So we might just go like that. And like that. That's pretty good. Get this card together. That's what I did. That one can go back in my sentiment pool. I ran out of black and white happy birthdays and thinking of yous. I had to do some more before. I might actually put that where those white spaces are. They were a bit tricky to, didn't like to tackle cutting them out. So let's get these down. Just put some adhesive on the bottom part of these leaves. I don't like to adhere. I hope you guys can see. Every time I look, I'm out of the frame. I don't need to tilt my phone, do I? Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Maria. Everyone see? Oh, that looks a bit better. I need to be, is it this way? Oh. Just see, I think that is better. I don't want to use dimensionals on this because I probably use dimensionals on my little koala. sticky stuff, likes your fingers. I think I'm going to push that leaf right under there so you can't see the white gap. It annoys me, and I couldn't cut it out if I other than cut, you know, it was a bit hard to cut out that. Okay, now some dimensionals for him. Stuck to something. Looks okay. Looks like that sheet's done. Good. That might be enough. Pop him down there. And now, what do we think about the twine? Let's put it on a white background so we can see. Let's, where's our, I'm looking at my other one to see what I did. You might put that on, I can probably pull it up if it's not quite right. Put that on now, where I want it. And then worry about the twine. Okay. It's about, I think about there. I can show you both variations. I think I've got that not as far over as I had my other one. So it may not even work, but let's see what we can do. You know, we always like to throw on as much as we can on a card, and sometimes it's good to just step back and say done, isn't it? I'll have to go underneath there actually. Yeah, I don't mind the black. What do you think, guys? You like the black? Is it either black or grey? I'll pull that out and we'll try with the grey. This is what I take so long to make a card. Decisions. You know, that looks good, but this might look better. Do you guys do that? I'm the queen of procrastination. Like, just get it done already. But that's part of the fun, isn't it, guys? Come on. This feels thinner than the black. I think it is. What do we think? I've made up my mind. I'll let you tell me what you think. I think we need some black dots. Do we think black or grey? Black, yep, that's what I reckon too. Thanks, Sharon. Scoot that off. I'll leave it tied because then it's tied for the next one, isn't it? And grab my ribbon scissors. I might need to make my loops a bit less. I think I need that for the next one, I think. I won't know what I'm doing until I go to do it. Hopefully that doesn't come undone. Alright, I'm going to put them away because I'm liable to pick them up and try and cut card with it. Now it would cut, but then I'll dull my scissors, won't I? Oh, look, I haven't used any black of these. So pick them up with your take your pick tool. This is an amazing tool. Get off. And one up there. Just throw that back. And then we need to do our inside, don't we? I might leave those there. So might as well find your words. Might as well do the inside and the envelope. Oh, I did leaves. I didn't do the koala. Oh, okay. I'll do the leaves. Then you can see how to stamp leaves. If you didn't already know how to stamp leaves. It's so hard. I'm being silly, aren't I? Okay. Well, you could put the koala, but we'll do the leaves because that's what I did on my first one. Maybe there. Be careful putting too many because we've got to have room to write. That only did a half leaf, but that's okay. Add a bit of texture. There we go. Clean on my scrub. I'm going to insert in. I won't put anything in the middle. I can do that later when I know who it's for. He is so cute, isn't he? He's gorgeous. Okay, I'll show you my other version when we're done with these. Let's get on to the next one. Let's use those. Now this one I may have to... Well, this is what the reason I haven't exactly worked out what I want to do is because I got my order. Now I need to explain to you, I was explaining to Sharon yesterday when she called to pick up her order that these are online exclusives. Now this arrived yesterday. That I think I told you last week. I actually bought myself, I shouted myself new punches. My 1 3/4 one works from when I had it previously, but my 2-inch one is not. So I thought I'd replace the both of them. Might even get another 2-inch one. And these radiating stitches dies. Now to find these, you need to go to my shop, or if you just Google Stampin' Up Australia, it'll pull up the shop and it'll pull up online exclusives, and you'll find these amongst the online exclusives. I can order them for you if you'd like me to, or if you normally shop online for your own products, you will see them anyway, but some of my ladies don't shop online. So just show you what this does. So this large one, get that out the road. This large one cuts out, it only cuts out the outside. You need to put this one inside there to cut. So then when you've cut that, you actually get two, and one looks like it's got stitching on the inside. So isn't that cool? I haven't had time to play with the others yet, I had a crafting day with Rhonda yesterday, so we actually didn't play with that. We had other things that we'd worked out already, and you never know when your order's going to come. So this is getting back to why I haven't exactly sorted what I want to do today. When this arrived, I thought, oh, I can put a nice border around my next card. So I have die cut the border, and I had previously, I'll just show you, I'd previously done a card like this with this mountainy piece. So what I was thinking was, oh, this would look gorgeous as a border, and it does. But then I thought, I'm not liking the white. So rather than, what do I do with it? There it is. So I thought, oh, how can I tell what that's going to look like without actually doing it? And I thought I was down to my last piece. So that's what I did. It gives me a bit of an idea. And I quite liked that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to see, and I've got to see where I actually want her to be. So I need, do it on the vellum. I need to have her if I'm explaining correctly. We don't want her right up there in the air, do we? That would look a bit silly. So we want her to finish. No, that's too hard to poke that down there. We've got those level. We want the edge of the railing. I thought I might just do a little pencil mark there. See if I can wing this. Oh, actually, if I just stamp that to the edge of the, if I just stamp that to the edge of the vellum, as long as I get it straight, I think that's going to be right. So I may not need the stamp apparatus. Let me just see what I reckon. Where's my stamp to start with? And I'm going to do her in copper as well. So let me just see if I have that straight. And I thought I might do it on this side, just to explain, because where this one I've flipped it over and done it that side, so you see a lot of sky. But with this one, if I did it like that, pop my frame over, you're not going to see very much sky. You're only going to get this bit of sky here. So what I thought was, if I flip it over, may not make any difference, much difference. Maybe, no, it doesn't. I was going to try and, that's what I was going to do, try and pull it down a bit, which I could actually do. Yeah, look, I don't think it's going to make a whole heck of a lot of difference. We've just got a little bit of sky. What if we pull that down a bit? Yeah, I can probably do that. So let me fiddle. So if I cut that, I actually don't even need to cut it, really. To get as much sky as possible. I still will need to be careful where I stamp my lady. I might cut that bit off there. She's on my block crooked for a start, isn't she? Give yourself a chance, woman. Put the railing straight. that. Yeah, I want as much sky as I can get, so I need to cut off yay much, which is about 1/2 inch, not quite. I might just go ahead and do that. Where did you go? Flicked somewhere. Not over there. Okay, now work out where I want my lady to be. Whoops. Up the right way would be good. So the bottom of the fence or railing needs to be if I do this. I don't want to put it down that way because I think it's still got a bit of Versamark on it. Yeah, if I go to the bottom of the vellum, I think that's going to be right. Let's just go for it. I have got one more sheet left, so we'll get 2 goes. Now my Versamark. See if she can get it straight for the next thing. Anyone talking to me? No, you've all gone to sleep. No. Okay. I might just have her come off a little bit because I'm not actually sure about this. Make sure it's stamped properly, and it is. And grab my copper powder. I'm excited to see what this is going to look like with the copper. So I have found this particular piece looks a lot better with where's that? With white embossing. So I just want to heat the other one before it was flying everywhere. So if I put it on a piece of card. Try and put it where you can see it. She's done, and you'll have noticed she's a little bit crooked, but we might be able to straighten her up by moving the vellum a bit. Now, what does she look like? I had a bit of soft succulent. I was tossing between soft succulent and pool party for the background. Mainly because I'm not sure what that colour there is meant to be. I'm thinking it's probably meant to be Lost Lagoon, which we don't have, or Pretty Peacock or something. It's not any of the blues that we've got, which is rather annoying to work with. Now I think that's going to be nice. I like the frame. Now what did I do next? I actually can adhere that to there and straighten her up a little like that, I think. As long as you can't see that at the top, then you can't. So it's going to be a little tricky with the sticky bits on it, but anyway, let's see how we go. Yeah, I seem to only have 3 of them for some reason. Where did the other one go? Throw the whole thing out. And I had that many because I cut them in half. Oh well, I'll just have to cut another one. Cut another one and I'll find the other one floating around somewhere. Come on. These on first, so it might just appear out of nowhere. Who knows? Crafting's all about looking for the thing you had 5 seconds ago, isn't it? Maybe it's on the trimmer. No, I don't know where it is. It's just lost. Okay, we'll cut another piece. About 6. Probably doesn't have to be because I'm not using the other half of it. I'll just throw that in my drawer actually. Hopefully come across it when I need it. Rightio. Oh, throw the wrong bit out. Would not be good. Give it a little burnish. Have a bit of a look, see where it's going to sit first. If I straighten her up, put that there. Still going to cover there, and I can just chop that off there. Okay. Anyway, at least this way you've got 2 versions. You can see which one you like. You could even do this with just plain vellum if you have this set. Now, she needs to be straight. the fence, the railing needs to be straight, not so much her. I'm going to push it down fully yet until I see whether I've covered all my edges, and I have. There we go. So I can trim that off. Just as easy to do it with your scissors, your snips. Now, I can throw her out because I don't need her. And I think I might secure this down before I put the, let me see, where do I want her? About there, centred. Now I can go ahead with my seal because I've got this, I've got the vellum adhered to the, to the cardstock, so nothing is going to show. Then I think we need, well, I'm going to, where are they? Where's my dimensionals gone? Here. I think I'm just going to use, I saw another demonstrator using these, and she said she'd put liquid glue around the edge of this, which was a mistake because it's actually got little cuts in it, and it came through and made a mess of her project. So just bear that in mind. Either use your seal or your tape runner or your double-sided tape, or don't use wet glue. If you're making a frame, obviously the obvious thing to use would be your dimensionals. You could use your edges, which is what I probably should have done. Just thought this might have been quicker. I just love this paper. This is the one you wanted me to order, wasn't it, Sharon? Oh, get off my fingers. It does go nicely with soft suede, that's what the base of this card is. Get off. Get off. Oh man, how many more have I got? A ton. Right, get off. Oh, got them all now. This looks like an old world picture frame, I think. Let's try and get it somewhat straight. Making sure you can't see where I've put her on a slope. Now, see a little bit crooked? It might be. No, she's fine. Then what have I done there? I did do some sentiments, and I've cut them with stylish shapes dies. I must have put them away. Oh, that's what I cut these koalas with too. So I'll go through, well, if I can find them. I don't know what I did with them. I did a few, anyway, I did a bit of an experiment, and I thought that this was the best. And I don't want to keep you too long, so yeah, as I said, I thought that was the best. bit. I'm going to put a dimensional there. And do we want some twine? Of course we want some twine. I thought this one, this is a pack, you get this in the annual catalogue, and it's, I don't know if it tells you what colours they are. Baker's Twine Essentials pack. So let's just see if we want some twine or not. I don't think we want too much. That might be a bit fat. It's only a little circle. Oh, actually I need to put some adhesive on the back of him. And when I put that on, I want it going from there to there kind of thing. Now it's going to stick to my finger. Get off. Let's just see what this is going to look like first. Is that big enough? Might not be. No, you're not going to see it. So I've got 3 fingers. Some people like to know how to do this, and you don't want too much with a small circle, otherwise it looks odd if you have too much. That might even be too much there. Now where's my, I want it to go a certain way, and I'm probably going to put it the opposite way to what I wanted. Let's see. Oh no, that's fine. What do we think? We like the twine. It's not exactly the colour, but we don't have any copper twine at the moment. It's making a bit of a bubble. Yeah, so I think that will be fine. I might have to pull that up and straighten that a little bit. And I've got glue on there, so that should be all right. I'm not going to fiddle with that now. It feels like it's a bit. I don't want to tear it, and I'm going to if I fiddle too much. It feels like it's gone down a bit, in a bit of a bump. Probably should have stuck that to something else and then on there, but that's okay. So now we want our copper ones, I think, unless we think it's going to be too brown. Champagne, well, not copper, they're champagne, I love them. Got no big ones left. That's okay, I don't often need to use big ones. About there. And what did I do on that one? I did the girl. Well, that's where I put my options. I was going to ask you which ones to use, and I've gone for that one. So I could have used the copper one, or I could have used the soft succulent one. Do you think I've done okay? Do you think the soft suede one's fine? I could stick the other one over the top if you don't think that I've done a good job. I need to get the Versamark off that. I hid them from myself, didn't I? Okay. Now, where is she? Here she is. Okay, I might do her in soft suede, and then I can sponge in soft succulent. That might be pretty. Oh, I think that's pretty inky. Should Probably doesn't even need to be sponge. That's tamps so well. It's beautiful. Do the inside with the soft succulent, and then we'll see if we think that we like that. So I can always flip this over if it's a no, but I quite like this idea for my inserts and my envelopes. Yeah, I think that's pretty. Just gives it a little something something. Because you need to make sure your ink is dry before you go sponging over it, or you can smudge it. Go the right end, should be right. I must be tired, I think. You wore me out yesterday, Rhonda. Didn't take much to wear me out. Okay. All right. So there's that one. What do we think? Do we like the copper or do we like the white better? For you, I'm tired too. Yeah, well, you've got reason to be tired. White. Yeah, okay. Okay, well you can see your options. So, and there's some other koala one. I did that with, I think that is the new Irresistible Blooms paper, whatever that's called. That's the online, what's underneath that. That's in the online exclusives as well. Now you haven't seen this one, Rhonda. I did this morning. That's why I'm so far behind. I was getting out something and I pulled out my what are they called? Greatest Journey dies, and I thought, oh, I could do this. So I did. These are from the, what's that, mountain, the mountain one, you know, the one with the mountains. And this is cut out of the Greatest Journey dies with some vellum underneath it. These clouds, believe it or not, are from the Rain or Shine DSP. I thought with the grey, they went so perfectly with that. So I was really happy with that. Couldn't wait to show you. This one, I'm not that fussed on, I have to say. I've done the trees in the garden green behind, and it needs white. It needs white to lift it. I mean, it's okay, but it's not my favourite. What else have we got here? Similar to the koala one, I did the one with Nested Friends. I just love that bird. And then I've used my circles, more playing in the rain. This large circle is from a retired Stampin' Up die because the current circles that we've got, they weren't bigger than this black thing here. So, yeah, so I don't, actually, where's our biggest stitched one to show you? Yeah, it wouldn't, if I'd done it with that one, it wouldn't have covered it. And I don't think the one out of the layering circles is any bigger. So because it wasn't for a class or anything, I just grabbed that. And of course the clouds and all the rest is from Rainy Day. Rain, what's it called? Rain or Shine, whatever it's called. That one's really simple, same paper as I've used before, that I showed you before. Just a simple thank you, and I've offset. That's the 2" and 1 3/4 punches, just offset. This one I've done the same, but I've added some flowers from the two-tone flora set. I just love that set. It's so easy to use. Must use it on a live one night. So yeah. So I think that was all I did. I can't just do one card, can I? Like I said, of the only one I haven't, only piece I haven't used out of that paper is the one with the speckles on it. Because I thought, oh, you can do whatever you like with that, really. So, which one's your favourite? The white one, yep, okay. All right, everybody, you have a lovely weekend, whatever you're doing. As I said before, if you're driving, stay safe, be careful on the roads, and enjoy. Okay, I'll see you again next Friday night. Bye-bye.